Here we are. Welcome, dear friends. It's so
Welcome.
lovely to be with you here today.
We have done it. We have kept you all waiting long enough. We
Oh,
are
yeah.
finally having our press conference with the #1 player on Rimpage, Mr. Ashton Cook. Ashton, how are you feeling today?
Feeling good, and you?
Excellent. Excellent. So, man, you have this match coming up tomorrow with Spencer. We talked a little bit about that before, but for everyone who hasn't heard, please tell us how you're feeling about this match. Well, first of all, let me make it clear. You were undefeated when you started with Rimpage until you played Spencer. Spencer won that match with a deep shot that no one thought he would make, and somehow that shot went in. Take us back to that moment and tell us how how that's going to affect how you play tomorrow.
Um, definitely was a wake up call. It was definitely a learning experience for me. Not to take things for granted, like any situation I'm in. I'm always, have fun, be entertaining, but just help me, kind of create a new mindset. So, coming into this next match, I'm gonna make sure, I give it 110% start to finish.
Yeah. Now, the format for tomorrow, this is how this is going to go. It's going to be a best of three. So the first player to win two games will win the match, will win the series. So it'll be Marcus and Keyshawn. They'll play their first match, and then Jazray and Zach will play their first match, and then you and Spencer will play your first match. That's round one. We do three of those until we have a winner for each one. So you got to get them twice. You got to, and so if you win the first one, that'll break the tie. If you win the second one, then or that'll tie, and then if you win the second one, that'll break the tie. So you have not played Spencer since that match. So how are you feeling about finally getting your revenge on that one?
Let's just, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm prepared, mentally, physically, and I'm just, ready to go in and win. That's just my mindset. As simple as it sounds, like I feel like my actions are gonna show more.
Okay. There's also a huge difference between this match and the last one, and that is the introduction of shot boxes. We didn't have boxes the last time you guys played, and since then you have incorporated that 4-point shot into your game more than any other player. How big a factor do you think that's going to be? Are you going to go for the knockout? Are you going to try to finish them in 3 rounds?
To be honest, my goal, but see where the game is. I gotta, go based off of the defense, like what he gives me. If he's up close, blow past him. If he's giving me space, then for sure I'm gonna use that.
Okay, okay. Talk a little bit about Spencer's defense. What do you remember from the last match?
I would say he has, some good defense. So I know I gotta come in with a very creative offensive mindset, like trying to break him down for him to guard me.
Yeah.
Not making it too hard on myself necessarily. I can, but one move or go, or 1-2 and go. So just something to kind of distract him,
Yeah.
make it difficult. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Katerina, what's your take on the match?
I
How are you
can see
feeling?
that. We talked about motion art style, and I can already feel that he's thinking in a typical razor mind, and we're going to break him down.
Yes,
He's going
yes.
to mesmerize him. He's going to put some skins on it.
All of that.
Know it.
We are counting on your magic tomorrow, Ashton, and I'm
Yes,
sure you're going to
yes.
give us plenty of it.
Yes,
That's
Speaking
why I
ma'am.
was
of that,
smiling.
so Ashton, we'll talk a little bit about Razor here as we watch your video. You are the only Rimpage player who has that style that we've analyzed so far. Of all the players we've analyzed, you're the only one who has Razor as his style. Going up against Spencer's Katura. And tell us a little bit about your reaction to the video that we did announcing your style and the analysis, and did you feel it was accurate?
Definitely. When I watched the video, I was amazed. And like I tell you, Katharina, every time, it's like, I'd be surprised when I watch the videos because sometimes I do the, or, you know, the things that I see that I like and create. You know, sometimes I'll be like, wow, oh, I did that. Wow. So just videos kind of, you know, motivate me even more as I'm even watching it now.
Mm.
I could the potential that I have. So I want to make sure that style, you know, that you guys gave to me, I also apply it to the match that's coming up. So definitely want to.
Mhm.
Cool, cool. I think we have another one here too.
Mhm. We are definitely in for a treat. Look at that.
Awesome.
You never know what to expect, and you never disappoint.
Thank you. I just feel it's just in the moment, you know, when you're in that moment, you know, sometimes you're not necessarily thinking, you're just doing what you feel, and you know, that's just how.
What would you say are your keys to victory for tomorrow on offense?
Consistency. I want to make sure I'm consistent with my shots. High percentage. You know, those things. I feel are very important. And the number one, efficiency. I think that's a big, you know, that plays a huge part to it. So I definitely want to be very efficient. I feel like the efficient I am, the quicker the match could be. So.
And then
Because
on
I'm definitely
defense?
as soon as possible. So yeah.
Wait, say that again, please.
Because I'm definitely trying to get the match over as soon as possible. So efficiency is one of the biggest things to me.
You know what? I remember you told us around the time when we brought in the shot boxes that you wanted to work on your efficiency, and I think you were in the high sixes at that time. And since then, with incorporating that 4-point shot and becoming a knockout artist, you have brought it up to like point. I think it's at 0.96 now. Is your efficiency? It's crazy high right now.
Wow.
So you've definitely shown that you can end the match quickly. You set the record with our first official knockout. I'm remembering when you played Amont at LA Fitness, you knocked him out. You knocked out Khalil. I think you have 3 of those right now. Now, what about defense? What do you think is a key to stopping Spencyr?
So it's like I tell you, you know, you guys, from start to finish, I just want to, even if you can't shoot the ball, I'm not going to, you know, allow you to even really attempt it. And if you make it, then it has to be like a very tough shot, you know, 9 times out of 10. I'm on that person, like white on rice. I'm not giving face, you know, no mercy, nothing. I'm going to make sure I give it my all. Because I don't want anyone to score at least once. So that's the goal. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just my mindset. Match, not letting, you know, Spencyr score 1 bucket. So
that defensive intensity, I think, is probably the hidden part of your game. It's the part that people don't notice as much. We see the backflips and we see the push-ups and you're going through your legs and stuff, but it's your intensity on defense that I think really helps you take control of matches. I've talked about that before, where maybe you'll go down early, maybe down 5-0 or something like that, and it's always interesting how quickly you get that match under control, and then you just sort of cruise to victory from there. Defense is a big part of that. I want to talk about Spencer's style now, but Katharina, tell us a little bit about Spencer's style, the parts that you have recognized and remember.
Yes. Well, Spencyr is very expressive, and that can get under your skin if you're not careful. But it can really get to you because he fires himself up when he does that. And he doesn't mind if the audience is against him. That also fires him up. So he uses all of these outside elements to make, and if he can make his game precise, if he can make his shot land as he told us, he feels he's unstoppable, and he's dangerous when he's unstoppable. So I do feel he's got a battle on his hands, though, because I don't think Ashton is going to give him the opportunity to win the second time, right? In a row in this battle. So that's my view of it. I know that Ashton is going into this like he's going to be the one that Spencer will have to take the victory away from Ashton if he wants to have any look in. So I sort of sense that mentality in Ashton. So I'm sort of sorry, Spencer, but I'm thinking, you will really have to perform some magic tomorrow if you want to end up on top in this match. But that's not to say that isn't possible, right? But a lot of elements have to go his way, and I think Ashton is now ready. And tell me if you're not, for that kind of intimidation that Spencer throws at you.
Ready, prepared for it for sure.
It's with that Couture style, they're very clever, and it's more of a mental thing with them than it is a physical or athletic thing. They beat you with their mind, and that's why we see other players who are in that same category, like professional players that have that Couture style, are Dennis Rodman and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. And there's a favorite story I like to tell about Larry Bird that I think exemplifies that. And it's when he was in the three-point shooting contest. He walks into the room before the contest where all the other guys who are going to be in the contest are. And so Larry Bird walks in the room and he says to all of them, I just want you all to know, you guys are all playing for second place today because I'm going to take first place in this contest. And so immediately he gets in their heads. So now the goal is not to win the three-point shooting contest. The goal is to prove him wrong. And so already he's got their objective off a little bit. And Dennis Rodman was the king of that, and that he would get underneath his opponent's skin and annoy them and aggravate them and antagonize them. And pretty soon they're not focused on the game anymore. They're focused on him. And so that's Couture. They have this way of sort of bending reality. Spencer uses it to get himself fired up. He leads you out to this place where now the game is really hype and emotional. He can perform in that environment, but other players, it's kind of uncomfortable for them. And then suddenly he hits the big shot and he's won. So gotta be. And if you think about it, if you think back to your match against him, remember there was a lot of foul calling and stuff, and then it kind of got heated, and then you even said it wasn't fun anymore. And then created this sort of environment, this atmosphere, and he thrives in that. He thrives in that. So I think that's one of the keys to victory is you playing your game and not being drawn into that unfamiliar place where you don't perform as well. Have fun. Have fun being you. So we are definitely looking forward to this, man. Definitely looking forward to this. What do you want to say to fans in Dallas who are going to see you play, not just tomorrow, but in the future? Like, this match will be out there for people to see forever. So you never know who's going to see this match, if not tomorrow, but in the future. So what do you want to say to fans?
To my fans and the people that's watching me, I appreciate you. I appreciate the love and support. I want to make sure I'm giving it my all for you guys, and just have a little bit of fun and show you some entertainment. So be prepared.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Ashton, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let's bring it.
Yes, bring it. We are ready. You heard it here. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, what are you waiting for? Yes. Go to rimpage.club/Decus Pro. It's in the description of this post, and watch Ashton. Ashton has reached #1 in Dallas and #1 in Rimpage for a big reason. There is a reason behind that, why he's #1, and you don't want to miss his game tomorrow. All the best, Ashton, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.